Next up, first at 4, a man in jail suspected of murder talks about his case. And we take a look at what National Alcohol Awareness Month means to one person in recovery.
And we stay dry and sunny thanks to high pressure. Tracking the very latest as Mountain News First at 4 continues.
Mountain News First at 4 continues.
2 people are in jail accused in a murder after a man was found stabbed to death. It happened in Clay City in Powell County early yesterday morning. One of the 2 people charged is talking to us from jail. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more on what took place and what one suspect is saying about his actions.
Devin Hall is in the Powell County Jail charged with killing Jason Smith. Both are 29. Police were called to a home on Frames Branch Road just after 3 Sunday morning, where they say they found Smith in the kitchen with a single stab wound.
I stabbed him once.
You stabbed him once?
As I remember anyway. It's hard to remember everything.
Hall says the murder happened at his home where he says he simply snapped. Neighbors say the crime resulted in a very large police presence and a search for the suspect, which they say ended with a chase and then a crash.
Next thing I know, I heard the sirens coming back this way, and we heard a loud boom up there, and that's when I found out that they had caught the guy that killed another guy.
Police also charged 56-year-old Tanya McKinney. She is charged with a number of offenses, including abuse of a corpse. According to the police citation, she provided a liquid to an individual that was then used to try to burn the body. In Powell County, Phil Pendleton, now back to you.
Police say the stabbing happened about 3 Sunday morning and the arrest took place about 10 that morning.
Fantastic weather continues across the mountains as we kick off the work week. And if you like the weather today, you will love the weather for the next few days, all thanks to high pressure that keeps us dry, sunny, and also warm. Current temperatures upper 60s and lower 70s, 71 for Jackson, 71 also in Manchester, 68 for Pikeville, and 70 at this hour for Grundy, also in Jonesville. If you have any plans this evening to go out to dinner, the forecast could not be better. A 5-star forecast. Upper 60s, lower 70s. We stay dry under plenty of sunshine as well. Up on radar, a clean sweep, like I said, thanks to high pressure, and that will continue for much of the week ahead. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we stay dry and sunny, but we are tracking our next rain chance by Friday, also into next weekend. Those full details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thank you. The ARH Foundation is sponsoring summer camps for flood victims. The foundation has paid for 5 counties to host Camp Noah this summer. The total cost of the camps is about $127,500 or $25,500 for each county. 50 children will get to attend the camps in each location.
To allow these children to tell their stories, to process their emotions, and to learn resiliency skills, all while having fun, doing arts and activities, and having what we hope will be a great week this summer.
Coming up at 6, we'll talk about why local officials chose this particular camp for the children. The month of April is also known as National Alcohol Awareness Month. Data from drugabusestatistics.org says that more than 16% of adults in Virginia over 18 binge drink at least once a month. Danielle Saida spoke with someone in recovery there who is using her second chance to create a social setting for others like her who see the benefit of being present and sober.
Every story of sobriety is different. There's Christina Kimbrough.
I'm sober for about 3 years now, and I struggled with an addiction to alcohol.
And then there's Elena Thorstenson, who didn't have a drinking problem, but didn't like the way alcohol made her feel after the fact.
I was in that gray area where it was difficult for me to reconcile my health-conscious lifestyle with drinking.
A hurdle that both of them say they came across was learning how to create a healthier medium of having a social life without the temptation of drinking.
I don't have kids yet. I wanted to go out, like have fun. Like I'm sober. I always say I'm sober, not dead. But that's where we found the need for the company because it was like, where do you go?
Legally Different, a sober bar in Portsmouth, provides this sort of opportunity. Owners say they're going to be working with Elena and Christina as their business takes off. It's called Free Life LLC, and it offers events for sober people, giving them a taste of socialization. Christina says there are some advantages of being sober instead of hungover, like staying out of trouble with the law. According to the Chesapeake Police Department, there were 483 DUIs in 2020, and so far, 4 months into 2023, there's been 82. The average number of deaths in the state related to excessive drinking is 3,071, according to drugabusestatistics.org. The co-founders say Free Life is much more than socializing and sobriety. The new company will also serve as a networking opportunity for work connections, friendships, and even finding that special someone, while also trying to break the stigma behind recovery and sobriety.
We're kind of just trying to show people like we do recover and then we live these full, beautiful lives afterwards.
In Portsmouth, Danielle Seda, News 3.
Ohio Governor Mike DeWine attended a ribbon cutting for a new clinic in East Palestine, Ohio today. The East Liverpool City Hospital East Palestine Clinic is a primary care facility for residents of all ages seeking any medical care, especially health issues related to the Norfolk Southern train derailment contamination.
Many of the people who I have talked to, have a concern, where am I going to be in a year? Where am I going to be in 5 years, in 10 years? And having a clinic here, backed by the hospital, I think goes a long way to answer that concern.
Shortly after the hazardous derailment, federal agencies set up a temporary clinic to test and treat residents for exposure to toxins. A 58-year-old man is attacked by an 8-foot tiger shark at a beach in Hawaii. Warning signs are now going up on that beach as a mean of cautioning surfers. Chloe Markley has more on that.
The man's friend tells KITV4 the shark bit off most of his friend's right leg, leaving him in critical condition. Paramedics administered life-saving treatment to the patient, and Honolulu Ocean Safety tells us he is now stable.
And we're just providing information to people on the beach, letting them know that we still have seen it in the area, and we're going to continue to just patrol the lineups and warn people as the day goes on here.
One surfer says she spotted a shark about 20 feet away from her while surfing shortly after the man was attacked.
It's kind of my home break. Normally very safe. Never heard of any shark sighting since I lived here for the past two-ish years.
But that all changed on Sunday. She says the shark was acting very aggressive and lifeguards alerted her and other surfers to quickly get out of the water.
I think it's it's nature. It's it's unavoidable, and I don't think they mean it. But obviously be out in the water by your own cautious. And follow the lifeguard because they know the best.
Ocean Safety says it will continue to patrol the waters off of Kewalo Basin and Ala Moana.
We hope that everyone listens to it. We know everybody loves to be in the water, but when Mother Nature, something like this happens, we strongly ask the public to advise the warnings of our signs.
Coming up on First at 4, what if you could tour the University of Virginia with President Thomas Jefferson? One group of students has developed an invention that could make that experience one for the history books.
And sunshine continues across the mountains for much of the work week, but we are tracking rain chances by the weekend. All those details coming up next.